Hey there, welcome back to yet another episode of ATSFE Fully Engaged, ATS Fully Engaged Battlefield Walkarounds. Today we're going to cover Edson's Ridge. This is going to be my last Pacific Battlefield Walkaround for a little bit anyway, until I buy some more. So I'm going to talk about Battlefield Walkarounds from ATSFE, in case you don't know, just real quick, right? We go over what the module covers historically, and then kind of what you get in the package, and then is there anything cool on the counters or the scenarios or the Battlefield Walkarounds, the actual one that comes in the product. Kind of talk about what, like I said, what's in the module, what's not in the module. Is there VAT support? That's Vassal ATS, so you can play online and that kind of stuff, and then give you some of our opinions. I will start this out with saying I was a little bit disappointed in this product. And we'll get to why. Of the three three Pacific ones that I've done, this was the one I was most looking forward to, and kind of turned off a little bit. We'll get into that. So basically, this is Guadalcanal, right? This is Edson's Ridge. If you've watched HBO's Pacific, they talk about it a little bit. There, it's September 1942, so it's prior to Bloody Buna. Which is the other Battlefield Walkaround I just recently did. This is the USMC, the Marine Corps' Raiders and Paramarines defending a ridgeline against the Japanese 124th Regiment. They're basically trying to sneak by and get down to the Guadalcanal beachhead and landing and push the Americans off the island. So what you're going to get in the module, 6 map panels, which is very manageable compared to the other 2 Pacific modules I just covered. Two half sheets of counters, one American AFVs and weapons, and 1 half sheet of Japanese infantry and weapons, and then 1 full sheet of USMC personnel. You're also going to get 6 scenarios on, I think it's 5 cards, maybe it's 4. On 4 cards. And then 2, which is kind of a bonus, but you get 2 very large charts, ATS charts. So they're 11 by 14 charts. So it's a bigger version of the ones that come with the rules. So they're kind of neat. I wasn't really expecting that in the product, so that was kind of a bonus. But however, you do not get a Battlefield Walkaround, and confirm that with Critical Hit for whatever reason. Not really sure why, but you don't get one. As far as I know, there's no VAT support, so that's kind of a bummer, because looking forward to playing this one with maybe Tony or Evan or somebody else on the ATSFE community, or ATS community rather. So what do you not get? Well, I started counting up all the counters that you don't get in the product to play the scenarios, and eventually I stopped. You probably need another product's worth of Japanese and USMC counters to play. Sadly, the website entry on Critical Hit doesn't say anything about what comes in the module, what you might need to play the module, nothing. It just says ATS Classic Edson's Ridge. So there you go. Now, me personally, I have enough counters probably to play. We've talked about it on one of the podcasts before. I could field whole division's worth of units for a side, probably at the squad level. But if this was your first product, you would be sorely disappointed if it was the only product you had that had Marines and Japanese. So you're going to need at least one other product that has some of those counters in it in order to play all of the scenarios. Speaking of the scenarios, like I said, you get 6. They range anywhere from 8 turns to, what's this big one was, 34 turns, which is pretty large. For the most part, only the big 34 turn one uses the entire map. The rest of them use about quarter to a half of the map. What's kind of cool, quite a few of them, I think 4 of the 6 are either entirely night, that's the black turn marker, right? Or turn track, or have night turns interspersed within the big 34 turn scenario. It's night day, right? Which is kind of neat. Night rules are fun. I will say you get this pretty cool historical map of Edson's Ridge and some of the things that happen there, and it's kind of nice to have. Maybe that's the Battlefield Walkaround. Anyway, other than that, there's not really, you know, a whole lot going on in the scenarios. They're relatively small counter density. Larger, you know, so like a 4 or 5 turn scenario is going to have very few counters. These have you know, 2 or 3 times that because they're 7 or 8 or 9 turns. So manageable probably in a very long evening or maybe over two plays. But it looks pretty good. I take it back. There are 2 scenarios that use the whole map. Looks like number 6 and number 4, which is the big macro scenario. So that's that. Counter-wise, like I said, you know, you get some counters to play, and you get a whole bunch of Marines, and it's still not enough. But they're all 9.69, you know, all their weapons and stuff. You get one of these Japanese sheets, which has their guys. One thing I did notice, if you look at these are supposed to be machine guns, but they're type 13, type 14, type 15, so they're screwed up on that, which is kind of annoying. You know, it is what it is. Just remember that's what you got. These are also labeled ATS Tarawa. So there you go. The Type 92 is interesting because all the scenarios call for an M92 machine gun, but whatever. You do get quite a few USMC, you know, LTVs and LVTs and M4s and some Jeeps and a POA. Whatever that is, it looks like very interesting. It's a flamethrower, some kind of flamethrower vehicle. Never seen that before. I do like the camouflage. That's pretty cool. You know, you get an F4 UF, which is also nice. But when you look through the scenarios, no Marine vehicles, 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 and no Marine vehicles or air. So I'm not quite sure why the AFE and heavy weapons marker was in there. There might have been some heavy weapons that I just missed, but for the most part, it looks like you're using the infantry sheet and not the heavy AFE vehicle sheet. So I guess you can consider that bonus. The map is, like I said, very manageable. It's only 6 panels. I don't even have to get up on the bench on my big table to see it. It fits nicely. You can see Edson's Ridge, right? And for the most part, the Japanese are either attacking or trying to sneak by, and the Marines are defending on top and doing stuff out here. It's all jungle, mostly around it. I think we confirmed that those were, I want to say elephant grass, but again, there's no Battlefield Walkaround, so I can't remember what we decided those were. I remember sending an email to Ray. I'll look it up and post it. No, because this is swamp here, right? So I think these were indeed elephant grass clearings or whatever. Like there's an elephant grass clearing there, just scattered across the map. Pretty high level, right? So 120 hill number 2, which is, here we go, 0, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. So I'm not sure why it's labeled that way because, you know, ATS uses either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10s or whatever, or 10. So there's 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, wait, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So just divide by 2, right? So level 60, that's pretty dang high, right? Not really much else to be said about the map other than, you know, like I said, it looks pretty manageable. So that'll be good. I do like how they broke this up so you can see where the level changes, right? So it comes down right there, or goes up right there. So it tells you exactly where that level changes. It looks a little funky, but I get why they did it, right? So you can tell where the level changed, which is nice. That's pretty much it. There's a little bit of the Long River way over here in the corner. So that's Edson's Ridge. Like I said, I was a little disappointed in it, but you know, I'll live. Like I said, I have enough counters to carry me through. So, like if this is your first product, just beware. You're gonna have to buy something else to be able to play all of the scenarios. Well, mostly the big scenario, right? Although I think even scenario 1 had some missing counters and stuff. But anyway, that's it. That's what you get. This is ATSFE Battlefield Walkaround. Game on.